Hi everyone, welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and today we're going to be talking about the Declaration of Independence. Now, you know what that is, right? You know, the most famous breakup letter in all of history. Think about all of the events that we've studied leading up to the Revolution. This was the formal announcement of what a lot of people have been saying for years. Now, a young man named Thomas Jefferson was tasked to... No, not him, that's Daveed Diggs from Hamilton the Musical. No. This is Thomas Jefferson. Anyway, he was given the monumental task of writing the document. But he didn't do it by himself. There was a committee, including Roger Sherman, Robert Livingston, John Adams, and Ben Franklin. And he also didn't come up with all these ideas by himself. Now, you remember the opening, right? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Remember that, right? Well, that was heavily influenced by John Locke. In fact, the entire document was influenced by the Enlightenment philosophers, but we'll go into more detail about that when we get to class. So, what do you say we hop in the jet and we'll fly to Washington, D.C. to the National Archives? Alright, here we are now. Be on the lookout for Nicolas Cage, just in case he's trying to steal it again. But inside this building here, this is where the original document is stored. It is free to visit, but you're not allowed to take your own pictures. So, anyway, the Declaration of Independence lays out a lot of great ideas, but it also lists all of our complaints or complaints, about the king. One of the biggest was that colonists were forced to house and feed soldiers, not asked, but made to. So, if a redcoat knocked on your door, guess where they're sleeping? Can you see why people were upset by this? Now, another thing was that the king cut off the American colonies from trade with the rest of the world. This had a lot to do with the back and forth bickering for the last 15 years or so, but nevertheless hurt the colonies. Then we get to the big one, the no taxation without representation. Remember, we didn't have any voice in Parliament, yet new taxes and laws were being passed and they affected us. The list goes on, but I think you see my point. But remember, not every colonist was unhappy. There were still loyalists. These were mostly the people who made their money dealing with England. They didn't want to risk losing their jobs. But there was a lot of unhappy colonists who were willing to fight the crown. They called themselves patriots and launched one of the largest rebellions in history. But that's what we're going to be getting into when we get in the class. Now, if you found this video interesting or informative, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. Thank you.